Welcome back, YouTubers, to another Raw review of us, the British Fist. So calmly said there by me, Mr. Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me who has said so much in so little. It's none other than NJ.
What's up?
Everybody subscribe up above, like this video, comment your thoughts down in the comment section below on this edition of Raw.
Make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below.
Yeah, and if y'all are interested, we're going to have a little review of Raw here, because this Raw is really boring, so we're going to try and keep it exciting on this edition of the British Fist Raw review. As you can see, NJ's trying to do a very, very provocative dance there. For all you lady viewers out there, for all you lady viewers that think I'm the eye candy. No. I'm the analytical person. This is the eye candy sitting right next to me. We opened up the show with a Michael Cole exclusive with John Cena, and just I had to wipe the dance off you there, NJ, because it's John Cena's return, as we know, and I must admit, this segment to me, the only thing I really took from this segment was Michael Cole saying that John Cena, you're overrated! It's all about John Cena! It's always about Cena! You're overrated! That was the only thing I took from this segment, that John Cena was overrated.
But this thing, because we all know Mike Cole is the heel commentator, and he's been used for these certain segments because he brings out the best heel stuff in these segments, obviously with Roddy Piper out the way. Mike Cole's taken over, and him saying always the scene is what we wanted to hear. The promo scene was chatting away and blah blah blah. And when Michael said that, I went, "Oh yes, you said it, you said
You're
it."
talking on behalf of the Smarks here, brother. Michael Cole has been obviously watching some British Fist Off the Rope show, whoever's on YouTube. Then out comes Johnny Ace on his little motor scooter saying that Big Show has the day off, and John Cena gets to choose who he faces in the main event. And who does he choose to face in the main event?
Oh, this is a tough one. Who was insulting Cena a few seconds ago? Michael Cole.
The main event of Raw. Michael Cole versus John Cena. Mind you, we had Johnny Ace versus John Cena at a pay-per-view, so why not do it based on that booking? You had Cole kind of like, throughout the night, he was kind of like begging to John Laurinaitis, saying, I don't want to do this, Johnny! I'm not a wrestler, Johnny! Oh, you know, that was funny, that was. Michael Cole's so funny on commentator when he knows he's going to get his ass kicked.
And John Laurinaitis' excuse for this was, I'm about people power, the people want to see this, so I'm giving it to them.
Moving on from that opener, because it really wasn't that interesting. Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus in Smackdown rematch number 1 of this Raw. It kind of seemed like the writers had just sort of come from Smackdown and were like, hey, might as well just use the same scripts again, because this was pretty much the exact same match we saw on Raw, wasn't it? Smackdown even, pretty much.
Well, there's two things I want to say. Yes, it is a replay of the match. We predicted different things to happen in the match, but we didn't get it. But the thing is, with WWE's roster dying really quickly, they have to probably either repeat matches or have wrestlers not wrestling. And they just thought, okay, we want to see a match that's actually going to keep you interested. And Ziggler and Sheamus, again, as much as a replay, it was an interesting match.
Yeah, again, it's like, you know, you can put these guys in twice in, 3 days, and the match is good, but it's the exact same match we just saw on SmackDown. Sheamus wins clean, and it's kind of like, all those people out there saying, Dolph Ziggler is going to get a singles push. Nah. You know, I do wonder what he's going to do at No Way. He's lost clean now twice to Sheamus, and I do wonder if you're going to really express a guy going into the main event scene, you make him have wins. And why couldn't they have Del Rio come out and cost Sheamus the match? What are they going to do with Dolph Ziggler at No Way Out?
Well, I do question this, because with this, I was predicting, even though it happened on SmackDown, maybe Swagger to come out and maybe do a swerve and probably screw the match up for Dolph. Or Del Rio. Something like that, just something like that. Because if Swagger came out, it would have set up a possible match for the pay-per-view. So another match could have been made, probably on SmackDown or next Raw. But we didn't get that. Del Rio did come back after the match. So the match was pretty much a replay of SmackDown. It was just not really what we wanted to see. But other than that, it was a good match. Yeah,
but the aftermath is what I want to focus on most here. You had Del Rio coming out and attacking Sheamus on the ramp, doing the armbar on the stage, which did actually look like it really hurt. So I'm actually glad that finally they're allowing Del Rio to get some heel heat and getting the upper hand on Sheamus, finally.
And I'm going to thank Rodriguez for this, because if Rodriguez did not come out, it would all been about Sheamus, you know, doing his moves, bro kicking him. So I'm thanking Rodriguez.
Ricardo Rodriguez is a legend. You get a salute from the British Fist, brother. That's all I'll say, Ricardo. You are a legend. Next week, we're going to have Vince McMahon coming on Raw to assess Johnny Ace's job in a 3-hour edition of Raw. That should be quite interesting, shouldn't it? The boss is coming back to maybe say, "You're fired," even though I doubt it.
It's a good thing they're hyping up next week. 3 hours and something special must happen. It's their show before the pay-per-view, so hopefully they're going to do stuff this leading to the pay-per-view, because this week really weren't done the best.
Oh, a 3-hour go-home show, so they're going to try and do as much pay-per-view hype as possible, even though they've had the last 3 weeks to do it. Oh, what a novel concept of hyping stuff up over four Raws and 4 Smackdowns, ANJ. I don't know. Sin Cara versus Hunico was next. Yeah, talk about stuff that they've replayed before. Reliving this old feud now. You have Sin Cara pretty much winning with the pinning version of La Mystica, because they could never hit the proper armbar version of La Mystica ever with Sin Cara.
Seeing Sin Cara against Jabbas to start to warm him up, something that was quite interesting, because it's Sin Cara versus Sin Cara in a way, and obviously their concentration is now on this Sin Cara. He gets the win. Welcome back, Sin Cara. And I'm just waiting to see what your future is after this match.
And you do wonder if they've got anything planned with him at No Way Out, but who really knows at this point? Ryback was up next. Do you know, I actually kind of like this segment this week. We remember we heard earlier today that Vince McMahon is really high on this guy and he's going to push him to the moon. So expect something big to happen to Ryback later this year, because Vince McMahon really likes the guy. And as soon as he goes steamrolling through 2 local jobber tag teams, hopefully they'll have something big for him. It could be the next big face of WWE for all we know. It's kind of like Vince McMahon has described him as their version of Goldberg.
We're going to see a whole year of Ryback versus local jobbers. Yes, it's going to be great! And plus, I think I was tweeting, I think I was Facebooking, this match you could see 2 weeks in a row on YouTube from the last matches he's been in. Yes, well done WWE!
Once again, I did like the packaging of Ryback, the whole double clothesline and double suplex to win. He got a pretty, what I think is probably the best reaction he's had thus far. So in a week where not much was going on Raw, why not stick Ryback on Raw and see what kind of reaction he gets from the live crowd? Not much else to say about it, really. Our main event, CM Punk versus Kane in Smackdown rematch number 2 of the night. And before we got that, we had Q&A with Daniel Bryan. Is AJ going absolutely mental? Yes, you're supposed to say, NJ. Yes. Is Daniel Bryan going to be the new WWE champion at No Way Out? No. And the crowd are actually chanting no. The crowd were actually chanting no. So this match, again, CM Punk and Kane, there had to be a winner here with Daniel Bryan sitting at ringside. And this, again, I mean, these two put on pretty decent matches. I mean, we saw the main event on SmackDown. It's a shame they're seeing the exact same match on Raw, but at least they did some stuff in the segment to, like, hype up the pay-per-view match, which we didn't see elsewhere much on the show this week.
Well, this match was very nicely done, which you expect. It's got Punkin and feuding with Kane, matching with Kane. I say this match was really nicely done, very both-sided. Kane looked dominant in this. The thing about this match is that you could say it was a replay of SmackDown because the same thing happened, because out comes AJ.
Yeah, and do you know what really is pissing me off right now, AJ? You know, when I first started my crush on AJ, no one else liked her. Now she's on TV and she's in the main event. Every fucker's gonna like her now. So it's not gonna feel special for me anymore. So I'm probably gonna have to move on to Caitlyn or something. God, I hate the YWC sometimes. There we go. You had Daniel Bryan and CM Punk going at it on the outside, allowing Kane to get the victory. You're making Kane look a bit stronger this week now, going into that triple threat match. And AJ and Kane had that bit of a sort of Lita Kane moment, sort of, didn't they? Oh, she looked sexy as hell.
Because actually here, I'm not the greatest fan of AJ being involved in this. And it's becoming a love triangle here. She's going to be whose side is she actually on. We'll find out No Way Out. But she gave Kane a win. Kane left the ring without chokeslam or anything. So there's a big thing going on here between all 3 of them. And I do look forward, because they've all had their moments now. Bryan's had a win over Punk. Punk's had a win over Bryan. Kane's had a win over CM Punk. So it's very nicely done. I think it's one hell of a segment for Raw.
Well, you know Kane loves crazy chicks. Remember all those crazy chicks that he's always dated, NJ. Pointless tag team action. FTW was next, wasn't it? Truth and Kofi Kingston versus Tyler X and Kurt Hawkins, or the New Heart Foundation.
Is that who they were?
Yeah.
I looked at them and just thought, who the hell are these two?
They had Heart Foundation written all over them, didn't they? Literally.
I really didn't know who they were.
This is just so pointless. I mean, you put these tag teams out. There's not been a tag title match announced for the pay-per-view yet, as far as we know. Where is Abraham Washington and Epico and Primo. What's happening with those after all the TV time you gave them? What's going on?
The sad thing about this is that obviously WWE know that they're struggling with matches for No Way Out.
Yeah.
And this was a perfect chance. You had Archie the Kobe Kingston in a match won, holding their belts, celebrating. And then you have no one come out. I just thought this would be a perfect time to bring out a heel tag team. Not O'Neil and Young, because they're losers now. Bring out Epico and Primo, come out and attack them. Then WWE think, right, there's a match, go for it. Been a match, but whatever. At least it's another match added to the card. But no, celebrate with the titles and that's it.
But with the word tag team in it, Vince McMahon probably isn't going to write for it. So there we go. We move on then to our main event. It's funny, you had our main event, and all of a sudden the main event just came along. Like it was like, whoa, like, wow, our main event, bloody hell, we're getting all these main events going on. We get the announcement from Johnny Ace that it'll be a no DQ match if John Cena can beat Lord Tensai. So we had the John Cena Lord Tensai match, and it's funny to think that if Lord Tensai hadn't have flopped like he did, which he has, obviously no reaction, zero reaction, no one really gives a shit about him. In fact, people just tuning out of the TV program whenever he comes on screen. He would have been in Big Show's spot, and would have at least been something new rather than the whole Big Show Cena thing.
Well, if he just stopped doing the flop in his matches, those floppy moves he does, it maybe did him think, we don't want to see that again. So if he stopped doing them, there's your move forward.
Tensai just sucked. But this match was pretty much Tensai dominating and John Cena doing his usual Superman stuff that he does in the match. But one thing I did love about this match was Cole's commentary, like, Tensai, get him, Tensai, get him, Tensai, beat him down, Tensai, you get him, Tensai. That was the highlight of the match for me.
That was very good to see. Cole was really enjoying this because he didn't really want to face Cena because we know what Cena's like in matches. The thing is, Tensai had him down, beat down, almost counted out, and I thought, right, that's it. And then all of a sudden, Super Cena's back, and the match ends with John Cena winning.
Yeah, well, you knew as soon as there was like 20 minutes left of the show that John Cena was probably going to win here, and then they were going to move on to some segment with Michael Cole. Oh, was the main event a match, or was it more a segment? John Cena, I guess you could say, versus or with Michael Cole. What a way to main event Raw, NJ. You pretty much, this whole segment was done to kind of just embarrass Cole in his boxers and get John Cena face heat pretty much, and they had JR's barbecue sauce in there, and
I'm sure John Cena got turned on by all this, so whatever turned John Cena on.
Well, they are best friends in real life, so probably did get turned on. You did mention them possibly being gay, I think, during the show.
Yeah, with all this barbecue sauce in boxers.
Yeah. This is how interesting the segment was. We're talking about Michael Cole and John Cena being gay, for God's sake. What the fuck?
There really wasn't much of this. I was screaming out, Big Show's needed here! Because all it was, from the start of the main event to the end, was all about entertaining the crowd, nothing to do with No Way Out. And yeah, John Cena returning. You should have maybe hinted or teased something between Big Show and Cena. We didn't get that. All we got was Super Cena, making him look like Super Cena ready to go against the Big Show. So WWE,
It was pretty much like watching John Laurinaitis versus John Cena in the main event over the limit, but just worse, really, with barbecue sauce and some fat guy in his boxers. Oh god, I'm not even talking about Tensai. But Cena, I guess, wins, and
Michael Cole's that close to embarrassing Cena by pinning thanks to Tensai, but no, the WWE weren't going to have that. Thanks to that WWE.
So what did this really do to further on the main event angle on Raw right now? Really nothing, and that was pretty much the show. Nothing happened on this Raw. Was there much, apart from maybe the Del Rio Sheamus segment and the WWE title segment? What is happening? There's 3 feuds on the show. Nothing was really forwarded in the sense that, you think, this is happening to the pay-per-view. So much filler on this show. The No Way Out pay-per-view and the undercard is gonna suck because we've got 3 matches. It's just this No Way Out and the WWE right now. It just sucks. I'm not joking. It sucks right now.
The WWE throughout Raw has had chances to hint matches, make matches, like we've suggested throughout the show, but they didn't follow through. So I'm blaming the WWE and their ideas that are not ticking in their heads.
And the suspensions as well can't help as well, with Orton out, Jericho out, Rey Mysterio suspended, and it doesn't help WWE. But right now the product is so stale. This Raw did nothing. I'm surprised we've been talking about it for 15 minutes. We spent most of our time trying to entertain you guys because we think that the Raw really didn't entertain us. So there we go. Overall thoughts on Raw was that it pretty much sucked.
There was a few things in it that got me laughing, got me smiling, but the smiles quickly went away, so thanks to WWE.
Yeah, indeed. And you can't just always rely on people in the room for entertainment when you're watching, a wrestling show just supposed to entertain you on the TV. But there we go. Post your thoughts on this Raw down in that comment section below. I'm sure you guys will have some probably more interesting, insightful thoughts than we did, because we just really couldn't pay that much attention to this Raw because it sucks so much. So give us your comments down below. And NJ, do you want to provide an entertaining outro just to give these guys a nice send-off like we got on Raw this week?
Everybody say this with me. Cena sucks! Cena sucks! Cena sucks! Cena sucks! Thank you very much, people. And that's been it from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ. This is what I'm saying. People power from the British Bears. Until next time, goodbye.